If we cannot express or are not expressing our true feelings, it is not going to be a genuine relationship. Thank you, Ron Siegel, Psych D. How many of you already knew that? I did. Raise your hand. So what is love? This one is in Italian, l'amore. Love is what I got to learn in my home, which united me and welcomed me, and I got to be a lovely inner child. So that's why self-help, personal development, it helps the ones who want to do emotions for real. So true feelings means I spill the beans always, not just sometimes. Now, in order for you to have a good ding, 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 gut and heart and brain, good means that it tells you healthy self-worth. That's what self-help, personal development can help the ones who are serious about themselves, not the ones who say, I want to do it. I did therapy and that's it. I don't want to do anything else. And really, it's humans. They're all fucked up. I don't even want to keep doing what the therapist told me to do. So when people decide that they don't want emotional and mental well-being, it's because they say people are fucked up or because they want life to start now. And then you say, okay, well, life has already started whenever you wake up in the morning. But that's, again, everybody has their own feelings, right? So with that being said, people who have healthy self-worth, they know that they don't have to do life alone and they actively want to do life with others. The ones who need to support to know that their emotions are a reflection of something that wants to come up in a way that is to be shared, okay? So people who did not have a safe home, they need the inner children, adults, IHP, come on over. So we heal one person at a time and relationship at a time. We heal trauma. And some of us don't have trauma charges at all, or this thing trauma, in the sense that we can have a window welcome to emotions. So like for me, my panic attacks, they're not traumatic. When I have release of emotion, it's not traumatic. I'm not overwhelmed. I don't have clinical dissociation. Frozen, I don't think I've frozen. Not that I can remember in my 44 years of life. Okay, so you have a familiarity with your embodied brain. Now, I'm attachment trauma informed, and that's why with our masterclass, we're going to be outlining a couple of things. And if you're curious, you can email me because it's a limited number that are going to be for our masterclass with time. And I have chosen that I want people who are serious about their inner and outer well-being. So I'm thinking 12 months. And we'll have the series go on in a series of and build a community in time. So Christ consciousness and this lovely cloak of Christ and this lovely day has me sharing with you all what an angelic frequency and our lovely introspection, that third eye, so the capacity to forgive. Okay, your inner child is why people can be in their restorative embodiment self and be self-aware in this way. So I have, for example, introception, the sixth sense. I learned all this from a number of sources, but Daniel Siegel is interpersonal neurobiology, and that course taught me about the wheel of awareness and the brain and introception, and then bilateral and a bunch of other words. Okay, then we got our lovely healer of all ages, Jesus, and I love Jesus. I come with him, Pleiadians. So you got to see a bunch of these cards today. I'm almost done, and our light codes. So we're in times of change. And the 4D collective, well, they think that angels are here to tell people that they're good or bad. They don't know what casting a stone means. Okay, so yeah, the people that I learned from about any of the saints and angels and all of those stories, they actually did not bring fear. They brought hope, and not just hope. They actually healed. And they did a lot more. They brought faith. And that's why there's a lot of different things that I'm going to share. When it comes to belief systems, what makes me laugh is that woo-woo spiritual lady here and pseudoscience people, the ones of us who are grounded in reality, that is, I'm just going to say we're humid by the minute. Because taking our ancients out of context and then thinking that you are the ancients, it's very much, wow. I'm just going to say it, because when I see people thinking that they're the reincarnation of a human being who represents so many things, or when they are sharing that they're a complete embodiment of, someone, some saint, again, some angel, it's something I understand, but I'm like, you do realize what you're doing is not supporting people. It's, you don't realize what time, the year that you are in. You're actively living in a time that is not. And then I think of structural dissociation. And then I think of dissociative identity disorder. And then I think of the neurosciences and Patrick McNamara with the fear receptor. So I think of all the good sciences that share with us our mental health and mental hygiene. And then I think of all the people who think that us woo-woo spiritual people are spiritual woo-woos, as if we don't actually have a relationship. And so my true feelings are that I have always loved to be an in-between. Self-help and personal development is for people who want to keep on expanding and to know true love. Well, you can't know true love if you don't know how you feel about love. You can't know how you feel about love if you don't know how you feel about yourself. And you can't know about a genuine relationship without knowing a person and how they will think and feel. But you also will not know a person if you consistently talk over how they think and feel, which is where people who have unhealthy self-worth, which means they don't have it, they're the people who don't have all their child parts and say, oh, okay, use your human name. Now, this is my thoughts. Okay, these are my emotions. I'm self-aware, accountable, and I'm going to regulate. So I don't bring to you my mood. I don't act snappy. Or better said, if I'm bringing a mood to you and you tell me something about it, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to engage with you. I'm going to be a healthy self-worth partner and or partners. So home is welcoming and united, or united and welcoming, when you are able to share all that you are. If, on the other hand, you have people who are this toxic thing, there's a lot of people who are still this. They think they're not. They are, as soon as they go around mentioning someone, I think you're a narcissist. Number one, that's not an insult to the people who are actually mature. The only people who are going to react to tell you what to do with your life are going to be the same ones who are reacting. Some of us will say nothing except for, that means that they can heal, right? There's a great narcissist. She's healing. She shares all about narcissism, and she also has or had borderline personality, and she's talking about how it's going. And for example, recently she did a video about the borderline personality's favorite person, and she says it's almost like the narcissist's, what's the word? I forget. There's a word, but she says it's not actually something funny or humorous. You want to know that you are a person, and you want to find your own sense of self-worth, because she understands healing, because she's healing. So no person outside of you is a person that gives you this. But to learn to self-regulate requires a person to say, I want to drift in my emotions, and I want to learn about them and harness them, and then I want to bring them forth. Close a door, move out of that dust devil. I want to learn how to be more integrated in my brain. Okay, so that's why left and right. And all of personality disorders, Dr. Daniel Fox, he shares how mindset works for those who put it into practice. And you can work out of those maladaptive and adaptive child behavior patterns, because that's why we then move into what? Functional adults. So some of us, we already got here because we got lucky. And that's why healthy self-worth people, we open our hearts to all people. And like Jesus taught us, we don't close them ever. Why? Because like Pacha tells Cusco, you're a person, you have a heart. He doesn't say it that way, but I'm saying it that way. So at IHP, we bring each other together. We're probably going to have a take 2. And we share our genuine feelings with each other in our faces. And that's the most amazing thing, by the way, of love. So love, polyamory or monoamory, is beautiful because it sticks around forever. You don't have to hold anyone by a cord. That's not how it works. You find each other consistently being there for each other in moments that are most important in your life. And, the rest and rejuvenate comes on, your social engagement system. So you always feel at home and safe. If you had an unsafe home, you'll now know what safe home is, and then you get to say, okay, I want safe home. I want to learn to regulate myself into love. And we'll talk again more about that. Tune in for more. Thank you for stopping by.